how to get a hero reviewed. Normally, I would review a hero on Tuesday. That is if we follow our schedule anyways, which we haven't done very well recently, but hey, we will definitely try. Anyways, every Tuesday I take heroes that you guys have sent in via sending it into my ID, or through donations, or through free-to-play orbs on Twitch. Anyways, there's a bunch of ways that are free or monetary or whatever to get your heroes reviewed. We also have the Nimdom top 10 section in our Discord to send a hero in. So if you want to make Nimdom top 10. Anyways, there are several ways to get your hero on stream, but mostly I try and focus on it like one day of the week. Anyways, pretty simple. Pretty simple. Show up on stream, send your ID in, or through other methods, and then you'll be on. That is if I don't get too tired first. Sometimes these things go on for hours and I will die. Alright, recon real quick. 40 plus 10 plus 5. You maxed out Mustafa. Dex Swabber, of course. LOL, attack speed, rouse, speed, res, or solo. Okay. See, I would have said you should go plus res, because he doesn't really get fast enough. Because even with all this, that's plus 6, plus 3, 9, 43 speed, 49 speed, I guess. I would have refined this for speed, though, just to make sure you have enough. But yeah. Honestly, I would go for Mustafa with plus res and just let him get hit and run QR or something, but this works really, really well since you're so heavily committed. This build itself, honestly, I think Ross might do slightly better with going plus speed, but it's fine. Like, this is really good because that actual res is 42 and that actual defense is like 50, 53. So 42 res, 53 defense, yeah. It's good. Close call repel doesn't really work here. 34 speed, close call repel would be dumb. But it's better to run LOL in this case if you really want to make a speed. But that's why I can't suggest Mustafa, because LOL attack speed is not easy to get. It works. This is really good. Like, he has a super boon in speed, so it makes a lot of sense. It's just generally speaking, Mustafa has a lead on everybody in terms of res, in terms of axers, and that's why I would suggest going plus res, because that way he becomes a true super tank. Anyways. It's great. It works really, really well. It's just... It's close to working extremely well, but if you don't have your buff, you don't double, and that's scary. That's why I was just be like, maybe just switch this to speed refine. Fortress res is a mistake. You can't sacrifice your attacks. This Julius is not killing anything. He's not fast enough to kill anything either. Honestly, reliably. Yeah, I would go QR so he has a chance of killing things at far reliably. But making a tank Julius isn't really the best of ideas. So his actual res is incredibly high. Goes up to 62 with Loftus. And with Mystic Boost, going against dragons. But again, if you're not doubling, you're not a threat. You're a tank, but not a threat. And in this game, just being a tank itself is not that worthwhile. Thanks, Riken. Good night, man. But yeah, really, really, really high res. Probably one of the highest res I've ever seen in this game. Especially with Loftus counted in. But yeah, it's not very scary. I guess you get hit and then eventually you can use Iceberg to kill somebody. But you gotta be wary. If you chip them, there are like Wings of Mercy shenanigans. You give up space for the engagements. A lot of things can go wrong if you don't get the kill immediately. So personally, I think this is unnecessary. I would just run QR so you can at least kill something guaranteed. My Mila disagrees, Nims. Well, Mila's different. She has a value on the battlefield no matter what.
Mila's buff radius is stupid.
Yeah. And if it's an ether raid, it's even better. You got extra stats and you got extra turn. So that's different. Julius doesn't add that to the battle. He only has attack ploy too. So I would run at least QR, but there isn't really a good way to run Julius, unfortunately. He needs a refine. Plus 9. Congratulations on plus attack. Really, really good. Bond. Since you put a flying ally next to her, she gets another 5. attack, 5 res, 5 attack, 5 speed, 5 attack, 7 attack, 7 speed. By the way, did you know Sonicky has a super boon in speed? It's true, so I would actually go plus speed. If you're dead set on making the speed build work, go plus speed. Anyways, that's 5, 4, 3, 7. Jeez. Okay, 8, 12, 19, 50 speed Sonicky. Fair enough.
At +4. Granted with 9 flowers, but still.
Yeah. She'll be able to get 5 more flowers, so she can go into like, she can actually get close to like 55 speed. Yeah, when Treat Fruit comes out.
Flower is going to be very expensive though.
It is, but if you're going this far for Sonicky, I think you would do it. This is really good, by the way. The attack is also amazing because that's 5, 7, 10, 15, 20 attack, 80 attack, nearly 50, 51, 52 speed, something like that. Yeah. No, this is easily the best Sonicky I've seen. Just go plus speed when the trait fruit comes out and you're done. This is really good. I'm kind of like regretful that I did not get Resplendent Sonicky, considering a few months later I got it. There's Babe Pass again. 776 homeless dive bomb. How's this homeless?
Whoa.
Okay, so the reason why this is super good is if you set up Catria with 2 other flying allies within 2 spaces, she will now quad, as long as she outspeeds her opponent. But this adds +3 to all stats, and this adds another 4, and this adds another 4. So that's 4 + 4 + 3. That's 11. So 50 speed. And Dive Bomb allows you to attack before your opponent can follow-up attack. So you attack twice, you attack twice. Then you attack twice, 1 attack, second attacks Luna. Then you attack twice, 1 attack, second attacks Luna. If double Luna... double Luna is just 100% damage then.
Yeah, with Heavy Blade 4 as well, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Catria could actually be used against Duo Idun in Roker Sieges right now, because Duo Idun is actually keeping Sturdy Stance 3.
Yeah, so Catria, really, this is really, really good. It's just White Wing Lance needs more setup. The 2 heroes I think are the best ones in terms of free-to-play pool for Dive Bomb. I really think it's between Cordelia first, because she doesn't need anyone to set up her weapon, and her weapon is HP threshold based, so she doesn't even like, you know, she doesn't even get hit in most situations. But Catria and Pala are also really good at it. Of course, Catria has an advantage there. Yeah. I slightly favor Cordy over Catria here, just because she can do it alone. But Catria makes a lot of sense too if you run in a Fire Emblem team. It's also the special trigger cooldown count -1 that gives her an edge in terms of like these fast specials. And since you gave her Heavy Blade 4, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. This Catria is going to be able to just shred almost anything you put in front of her. God, imagine if we get a Resplendent Catria.
Yeah, I think Catria will get Resplendent. Shida too. They're both pretty popular. But yeah, I wouldn't change anything. Everything's great. Just give her the 5 extra Dragon Flowers when it comes. Get a 40 speed base. That'll make a big difference. Fix her butt pose. You know how high up this is cut?
Yeah, that is some of the most suggestive neutral art from launch, I would say.
Yep. I don't...
Because that cut is over her hips.
Yeah, and you're not seeing anything underneath. Is she going commando? Does special C skill need change? Special and C skill. Number 1, Res Smoke is effing useless. Because she doesn't really need this at all. Unless you're trying to go for one-shot kills, in which case, why even bother? Because you should be fine. You don't need your actual damage is 6 + 5, 11. 73. And if they're melee, well, they're not counterattacking, so it doesn't matter. I guess if you really... Huh?
Unless it's a dragon.
Unless it's a dragon, yeah. I guess against dragons you might want to one-shot them, but...
Yeah, honestly, stick with Ruptured Sky with Dual Byleth.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised. Why did you go Glimmer?
It's like, sure, her attack gets stacked up quite a bit, but Ruptured Sky is still going to hold a little more consistency because she's not ignoring defenses or resistance. And even with Res Smoke, it's something that requires a follow-up anyway.
Yeah. I would go Ruptured Sky because the way I see it, her biggest weakness in this setup especially is our dragons. So that gives you the better chance of beating them in one shot. The other thing was Time's Pulse. Or is Time's Pulse not working on flyers?
Time's Pulse is infantry exclusive.
Yeah. I guess you don't really have a choice. If she's sweeping, I guess keep Red Smoke. If otherwise, probably Ground Orders. Yeah, there isn't really a choice here. Unless we can kill, you know, Claude. That's it.
Oh god, that actually could work.
Claude's C-skill might be worthwhile on her. But yeah, I don't really think Red Smoke does much because it's very few specific situations where she needs it. I would personally keep Ground Orders because movement could help a lot more. Res Smoke is very specific when you need it. Extra 7, drop the res by 7 could help you in some very specific positions. But generally speaking, with Wind Sweep you'll be fine, and in situations where you can't use Wind Sweep, just use their dual skill. So I don't really see a lot of situations where Res Smoke is necessary. That's just for one-shotting. But I don't know I don't really see where you're gonna need that.
I would recommend sticking with Ground Orders because it is one of the best C skills in the whole game.
Yeah, I think Ground Orders would provide more consistent value and help your team way more than Res Smoke. That's what I would suggest. Because personally,
especially because in light season, a lot of your team is going to be, well, more involved. Simply because that's the way the mythics are designed. Peony is designed to support an entire team. Air is designed to supplement an entire team. Milla buffs almost everything on the map.
The only thing I'm just like questioning is like, why did you go from attack speed push 4 to life and death 4?
Make absolutely sure that Sun's Percussor's boost goes off, I guess. But even then, you're in light season. She's stacking up enough speed just from Peony alone to be able to handle that.
Yeah,
Visible speed is necessary in order to use Sun's Percussors, but using Life and Death 4, you're also cutting down on what little defenses she already has.
Yeah, because at this rate, 16 plus 45, that puts you at 51, 61. That could get one-shotted by something, a dragon, if they can counterattack.
Very easily.
Yeah. So I personally would just go back to your base attack speed push 4. Now I know you can take 5 damage, but still 5 damage would just put you at worst in the same position as Life and Death 4.
So if the recoil from attack speed push 4 really is putting you off that much, another thing to consider is change out the seal for renewal.
I'm not so sure about that, but yeah, I guess. Also Sturdy Blow, because you don't really need more attack. She's hitting really hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Sturdy Blow would add another 4 defense, which would increase her survivability a lot more. In which case, 4 more, that takes you to 65, so the chances of getting one-shotted is a lot lower. So it's up to you, but I know in Light Blessing seasons you'll have much more, you have like at least 10 more HP and some more defense and res, but yeah, that's what I would do. Just make sure Byleth doesn't find herself dying in the event she gets counterattacked. But personally, I wouldn't have done this just because Life and Death 4 is pretty expensive, and she already comes with a... The funny thing is, most people, like, if they had the choice, would take, you know, attack speed push 4 instead of Life and Death 4, so... Yeah, it's such a minute difference. I guess you can just use it, but at least put Sturdy Blow on, I would say. That way your survivability goes up.
Wind Sweep is a thing, though. But then again, Sturdy Blow would work against dragons.
That's the reason why, dragons. Honestly, 2 attack is not such a big deal, especially with how hard she's hitting. So yeah.